It is now 6 o'clock, and I am calling this order of the annual town meeting to order. We would like to have an approval of the minutes of April 10, 2012.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Charlie Smythe. Need a second. Second by Dan Stebbins. All of those in favor of the approval, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? There's all good. We now have the election of the moderator.
I nominate Charlie.
I second that motion.
I accept.
Okay, so Dan Stebbins nominate Charlie Smythe. Phyllis Clark seconded. The oath of the moderator will now take place.
Shall I just read it, or?
Okay, let's swear us in.
There's Carol.
Dang, damn
Okay.
it. Okay. I
I
do solemnly
do
swear
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will
discharge
faithfully and impartially discharge
the duties of moderator
the duties of moderator
at this town meeting,
at
so
this-
help me God.
At this town meeting, so help me God.
Thank you. That's done. Would you sign, please? Okay. Mr. Moderator, it is time for the next item on the agenda, number 5, and you can take the meeting over at this point.
Okay. Next item is public participation. If anybody would like to speak to the town board, you'll have 5 minutes. Please take a seat. Name and address. I think, Carol, you know the routine, and you'll have 5 minutes.
I wasn't registered 28 days before this date at my current address, so I wouldn't be able to participate as an elector. But I'm raising the question of needing to define public participation or public input for the annual town meeting of electors. It's something that's provided for in the Open Meetings Act for each body to define it for themselves. Unless township law would supersede it in some way. The other thing that, other than the fact that I'm saying, thinking that that I'm not an elector today, but generally I would be, and the township law has the rule that you have to stick to the agenda, so public participation for electors might still afford them a time when they could speak about something that's not on the agenda. That rule does say, I mean, the Open Meetings Act says it has to be decided and recorded, so something published would be able to bring out a lot of things about the township meeting, this meeting, all at once. And I thought that might work out very well because it would be able to make clear to people that they are completely peers in participation in this body, that they can, if there's an item on the agenda, they're allowed to be recognized to speak to it, and so that they don't have to do that in public participation, actually. And in some ways, it's better to talk at the time of the topic because the chair is going to state the proposition in its exact words. that, like, for example, this meeting can decide the public participation. I think it can decide it isn't 5 minutes. I think that even is open. I think it's open for this meeting to make to define public participation. I'll stop there.
Okay, thank you. Next item of business is the annual financial statement of the supervisor for fiscal year 2011-2012. It's been presented to me, and there are copies here for everyone, for the public.
Here's one for Carol.
Take a look at this. Okay, so I'm just going to read the annual financial statement introduction here for the record. The following financial statement made by the supervisor of Cunningham Township of financial affairs of the township during the fiscal year ending 30 June 2012 is made to provide information to the public and to comply with Illinois law concerning the duties of township supervisor described in 60 Illinois Consolidated Statutes 1/70-15. The supervisor shall, within 30 days before the annual township meeting, prepare and file with the township clerk a full statement of the financial affairs of the township showing 1, the balance, if any, received by the supervisor from his or her predecessor in office or from any other source, 2, the amount of tax levied the preceding year for the payment of township indebtedness and charges, 3, the amount collected and paid over to the supervisor as supervisor, 4, the amount paid out by the supervisor and on what account, including an amount paid out on township indebtedness, specifying the nature and amount of township indebtedness and the amount paid on interest account. And 5, the amount and kind of all outstanding indebtedness due and unpaid, the amount and kind of indebtedness not yet due, and when the indebtedness not yet due will mature. The township clerk shall record the statement in the record book of the township as soon as it is filed, and shall post a copy of the statement at a place of holding the annual township meeting 2 days before the meeting is held. The subsequent pages 3, 4, and 5 review the amounts of tax levied in 2010, payable in 2011, as a total of the town fund and general assistance of $1,176,976, and the amount of tax collected in 2010 as $1,170,482 million. And then there's a listing on page 4 of the accounts amounts paid on accounts of the town fund administration, the town fund assessor, and town fund grants. And on the last page, a total of the town fund, which is currently at $614,672. Total indebtedness of the town fund is 0. Then there's a report on the general assistance fund, which has a total in it of $631,074, also with 0 indebtedness. Total of all funds being $1,245,746. I'd entertain a motion to accept this report. It's been moved by Dan Stebbins, seconded by Bill Brown. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that is approved. Okay, next item is resolution declaring personal property of the town of Cunningham to be surplus and authorizing sale of such property to the city of Urbana in 2013. There are no items, so there is no resolution. That leaves the time and place of the next annual town meeting to be determined, which will be April the 8th, 2014, at 6 o'clock in these, a place to be determined. Okay. I think that gets adjusted depending on expected audience. Yes, okay. This venue is nice because we have all the built-in features. Seeing no further business, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Mr. Stebbins, seconded by Bill Brown. Any discussion? All those in favor? We are adjourned.